for an original sin.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Call of Cthulhu. Let's continue, shall we? Let's kind of look around. Try some different choices than we did the first time.
Please do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back in the...
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
They seem to be very agitated about a dead animal.
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
They're superstitious.
If only you knew. They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. And not always. And you. What brings you to our island?
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
I like you, so I'll be frank with you. Don't go near the place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I told you so. Learn to accept some friendly advice. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not
Now you see, he was a
sailors.
lot more
It's a
friendly to
sign.
us.
There's something coming.
Not until the end, but
Something real
he
bad.
wants us to go into the whale, so let's go on in there. Now last time we didn't have too much luck in here.
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Sorry. You're overdoing it. The guy didn't show respect. Sorry.
Pure instinct. I behaved like a Hun, and I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
307th Infantry Regiment.
Well, that'll be okay for now. But the war is over. Try not to forget it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Alright. No prohibition around?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Find out about Darkwater. And about
What
Sarah.
can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
It's true, they were strange.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah? Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
True enough.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Why the stranded whale?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Dock water. Yeah, I'm gonna make fun of that. We could order a drink, but I'm not going to.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Not much else we can say. I'm not going to order
That'll
a
be all
drink
for
yet.
now.
Certain things you do in the game, from what I understand, can affect the ending. Let's go talking to people.
Then he said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said it.
So we can know, now we know there's an asylum on the island. I wonder.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Look at the marks on his arm. Doesn't that look like the one we saw in the painting?
Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
Really? Seems like there's something going on with that guy. Now, from this way on, I am blind in the game.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course. They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
So we know that there was a big miraculous catch. Now, where was that newspaper? Right there.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Miraculous catch. The Cilia returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The crew of the Cilia, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Thursday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board, of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales, the Cassion, that is already being called the miraculous catch, covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the sides of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent from June for fishing, workshops, or storage activities. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper or visit him on the docks. Special evening at the Stranded Whale. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, the staff of the Stranded Whale invites you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with your friends to taste the miraculous catch. Each person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate. So now we know about that. Now we did see somebody when we saw the opening to this area. Hello, miss.
What you looking at, stranger?
You a nice one. You can certainly put him away, nothing at all. What's a woman like you doing in a place like this?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
So, no luck there. Doesn't look like we can look at anything else in the Stranded Whale, so let's head out. Now, we're not going to get a drink as much as we're tempted to. We're gonna look at this.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting. Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
So it's not considered a clue, which is a little odd. So let's look around. Now, I don't know if there's more hidden books around, so I'm going to look for them. Or if there's anyone else to talk to. Now, we could go up there and talk to Fitzroy, but we're not ready yet. Can I take that? It's a glowy thing. Cannot take the said glowy thing. Always look for secrets. That's what you do in these type of games. So yeah, we struck out with her.
Don't know what you're doing? Hidden in the fog?
I'll
Hi.
shut up your big mouth once and for all.
Optimistic.
There's nothing for you here either. Beat it.
Fine,
You stupid or
fine.
what? Even your captain told you not to stick your noses round here again.
Let's head out. It seems like everyone's so friendly around here. Darkwater seems similar to Blackstone, which was mentioned in a game I've done before. Hopefully it's still up on YouTube, though I think parts of it might have had to be removed. But let's head inside. Now again, from this point on, I am completely and utterly blind.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier, Cat.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
It does.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Bathroom. Nothing to see here. At least they have plumbing.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I get the Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Before we talk to you, I do kind of want to explore a little more. Learning Medicine, Volume 2. This volume teaches ethics and good practice to the medical staff. Oh, we got progression for that. I do love, like, the small details in these kinds of games. Let's see. I see something glowing.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
This is the photograph of a man who looks like Captain Fitzroy posing on the bridge of his ship. He has a wooden leg. I can't look at wooden legs anymore thanks to Conan Exiles. Those that follow the Patreon, you know what I'm talking about.
What a macabre souvenir.
Let's see.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Okay. Sit next to me. There we go.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information hidden? So now we know that there's something that's been hidden. What the okay. And just like that, he vanishes into the mist. Or he's just outside. Whichever works, honestly. He said the deck, so that would be, I guess, upstairs. I'm thinking. No. Oh, did we check down there? Yeah, no. Oh, he might be over at the ship, I guess. He said deck, so I'm guessing ship. There's no. Okay. This place is really in poor shape. Could use a lot of repair. Hi.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your documents are readable.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
They could.
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
This is helpful. We've actually unlocked a lot.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
What would have killed it? That's actually a good question. That's pretty darn big. I guess
Killer
a fight.
whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
Why are they putting it back in the sea?
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
I don't think keeping it would have been a good idea. Well, I guess doing some investigation, but back then it would have been harder. What is this miraculous catch?
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Now, we did already read that. So who is Kitty Cat?
I found a threatening letter signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Looks like he already has a plan.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
Belong to the family, to the Hawkins? I have no idea. You underestimate me. Is this a game to you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
So we have the warehouse.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Wow. Oh, so we can do some leveling up, I believe. Let's see. How do we do that? There we go. So 2 CP. Let's see. Occultism represents C. I'm going to put one there. Psychology presents your knowledge of human behavior. Improving this skill increases your chances of understanding the motives of a person. Let's go. I'm going to put medicine in next. Yes. I didn't want to look at that. So we do have these, which we will look at later. So there is a lot to this game. Let's look at our inventory. So we only have the Lost Battalion. My old lighter that I engraved in the memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men of the Lost Battalion who fell. Is there anything I could have missed? I believe I got everything in here, so let's head out. So like I said, from here on I'm going completely blind. It's actually really good to do a couple private recordings. I'm actually going to be just whipping out a bunch of recordings right now. Since now I'm trying to catch up on everything. Can I go this way? Yeah. Can I go this way, though? Yeah, so there's 2 ways I can go now. Let's try this way first.
It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
I'm curious if I want to explore and look for secrets, so I kind of do. Hi.
Where do you think you're going?
Let's see. Others are interested in the warehouse. I must go into the warehouse. What are the police doing here?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
We're on the same team. Maybe related to my case. Let's roll for it.
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
Not very friendly.
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What do you know about the Hawkins case?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
So he's not so bad. Also, I saw the mouth thing before everyone pointed out that was silly. So again, this is an indie game, and I know a lot of people have been complaining about like this and Vampire, which I've actually got to get back to, but you know what? They're indie games. I can forgive it. It's not a AAA. So can't go that way.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Who?
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
What? Who is Saint Brendan?
I've never heard of this saint. Is it a local belief?
But everyone knows St. Brendan, the Navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
What happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to Darkwater?
Let's see. Who are the guys keeping guard?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Who is Cat?
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Huh.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Is this where you live?
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Well, fair enough. Could probably fix it up and turn it... Well, it's kind of falling apart.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
So we did find out a bit more. Let's head out.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Okay. Look around for anything. So it is good to talk to people and find out more. You're not going to talk to us. Let's see now. Another book would be nice, but nothing so far. We can't go there. I doubt those guys are going to let us through, but let's go try talking to them.
Come on, you can tell me. No.
Looks like there
if it
should
gets
be
out,
something
I'll have
here.
serious problems with you-know-who.
I bet that you hid them somewhere. How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
What? What? Okay, the last line didn't make any sense. I get it was a stiletto, that's a type of knife. But, okay, the last one was a weird one. So now we know that.
Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
Let's see.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Okay.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
Her property.
What happened to the statue of St. Brendan? Dreadful.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors?
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
You work for Cat?
Cat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes?
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile of the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
Whoa. So now we know what they're doing here.
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
That didn't work. So
if I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
Well, we're gonna have to look for another way next time, guys. Yeah, I guess I gotta put elegance up a little bit. See you guys next time, and thanks for joining me. Check out all the links in the description, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.